Julia Domna's earliest hairstyle, as seen on her Portrait Type 1 images, is characterized by intense natural wave, volume around the head, covered ears, and an enormous chignon at the back of the head. Many believe that Julia Domna's Portrait Type 2 hairstyle must have been a wig because it is so different from Portrait Type 1. It is possible, however, that Julia Domna wore her own natural hair throughout her life, and that the style change in Portrait Type 2 was necessitated by a hair growth disorder called distal type androgenetic alopecia. Over the course of many years, distal type androgenetic alopecia abbreviates the anagen phases of certain hair follicles, causing them to produce shorter than normal hairs. The characteristic sign of distal type androgenetic alopecia is a shrinking braid with short flyaway hair around the face, as illustrated on these mannequins. If hair loss was the motive for changing her hairstyle to Portrait Type 2, the adoption of side braids and the serpentine bun would have helped conserve signature qualities of Domna's earliest style: volume, covered ears, and bun width, and conceal the extent of her distal hair loss. For period accuracy, the following tools were used: needles and wool thread to stitch the hair together, wood or bone combs, leaf spring scissors, and hair bodkins. Section the hair as follows. Divide the hair into 4 quadrants, secure with hair bodkins if desired. At each side of the face, weave an over-directed 2-strand augmenting rope braid. Pick up a small triangle of hair at the hairline just below the center part. Divide it in 2 and twist the 2 strands around each other toward the face. Part off a narrow section of hair from the reserve panel and augment each strand as it passes over the twist. Over-direct the braid downward as you go. Continue until all the reserve hair is used up. Subdivide the hair of section 1 into 3 strands in preparation to braid. Add the ends of the rope braid to one of these strands. Weave a 3-strand braid all the way to the ends of the hair. Bind the end of the braid securely with needle and thread. cut off the excess thread. Repeat the rope braid and back braid on the opposite side of the head. Start the serpentine bun. Bind the end of braid 2. Leave the thread attached. Coil the braid while stitching its adjacent edges together. Be sure that the coil is aiming toward the shoulder. If you aim it toward the center, you'll have difficulty in the next step. Keep stitching until the coil is level with the base of the braid. Cross the other braid over the base of the coil, then stitch it around the outside edge of the coil. Bind the end of the braid into the center of the coil. Stitch it firmly in place. Lift the serpentine bun onto the back of the head and stitch it in place using a blunt needle. Use a blunt needle so you will avoid injuring the person wearing the hairstyle. When you are finished, clip off the excess thread. The style is complete.